The Wrecking Crew 2 sequel movie gets hopeful update from writer Jonathan Tropper, exclusive. The Wrecking Crew writer Jonathan Tropper set the record straight on sequel possibilities for Amazon Prime Video's latest action comedy thriller starring Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista. The brand new buddy cop movie centers on two estranged half-brothers who are forced to reunite after their father's mysterious death. Aside from its intriguing premise, Momoa, who recently received his own trailer as Lobo in Supergirl, and Bautista's on-screen tandem as brothers offer many exciting storytelling opportunities for the Wrecking Crew if it were to become a franchise. And now, new comments from one of its crew members have shed some light on that possibility. Speaking in an exclusive interview with The Direct while promoting the Wrecking Crew for Amazon Prime Video, writer Jonathan Tropper gave a hopeful sequel update for the film, admitting that they have a pretty strong idea in mind, and they would definitely raise the stakes and put both Momoa and Bautista's characters in a much more difficult situation. The Direct. Jumping back to the Wrecking Crew, I'm curious with how great their dynamic is and all the fun action. I just feel like there's a lot of stories there with those two people. If there were ever a Wrecking Crew 2, what do you think that looks like? Jonathan Tropper. I've talked about it with Jason Momoa a little bit, and I would have talked about with Dave Bautista, except Dave is so busy making 2 other movies right now. But yeah, I think we have a pretty strong idea. These brothers are now united in a way they weren't before, and so I think if we did another one, it would be basically to up the ante, up the stakes, and put them in a much more difficult situation than they were in the first one, and watch sort of whatever relationship they've built between the first and the second one start to unravel, because they're thrown into the trenches again together. Tropper ended his answer by saying that a sequel would depend on whether Amazon wants another one. But you know, we have some ideas about where it goes. We just have to wait and see if Amazon wants another one. Based on the trailer, the plot of The Wrecking Crew involves Momoa and Bautista's characters being relentlessly pursued by a Yakuza clan as they investigate what really happened to their father. This is on top of the usual conspiracy elements, combined with the heartfelt family reconciliation tropes that cast estranged brothers as unlikely allies who must work together to defeat a common enemy and, in the end, make amends. Early reviews for The Wrecking Crew revealed that the film's ending leaves the door open for a sequel, and Jonathan Tropper's comments suggest the brothers will be more united in the follow-up, raising the stakes for both. This would be an interesting narrative trajectory to explore in a sequel, since the shift in their dynamic would be compelling to see on screen. In a previous interview with The Direct, The Wrecking Crew director Angel Manuel Soto already explained why Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista work so well together as brothers, noting that the pair's different personalities effectively translate on screen because they find a cathartic moment to work together. What works for me very well is that what you see on the page is probably like an exaggerated version of who they are in real life. Dave is quiet, gentle. Jason is loud and wild. And those two things, like oil and water, I think, make something very special, especially for conflict and for drama, but it also makes it more impactful when those two differences find a cathartic moment to work together. Joining Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa in the cast of The Wrecking Crew are Marina Baccarin, Jacob Batalon, Tamira Morrison, and Stephen Root. The film premiered on Prime Video on January 28. The Wrecking Crew has solid potential to land a sequel, but its viewership numbers and subscriber impact in the weeks after its release will determine whether a green light is in order for more adventures. The movie currently has an 86% critic approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a strong indication that it could expand its universe with more stories rather than become a one-off adventure for the Hale brothers. Although the plot is familiar and the resolution in the movie's ending feels expected, the real hook is the over-the-top star power and chemistry between Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista, and this is more than enough to bring audiences back for a sequel. Aside from bringing back the pair of lead stars, a possible sequel to The Wrecking Crew would generate more hype by adding another A-lister to its growing cast, such as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a hidden third sibling. Doing this would instantly build anticipation and turn the franchise into a must-see.